everybody, Shannon and Karen here with Wandering Out Yonder. And today, Shannon and I wanted to talk to everybody about what we have done inside the van to help us out with privacy, with insulation, with airflow in the van, and with condensation. There are some things that we've done that we think are worthy of sharing with everybody. So if you guys want to stay tuned, we'll share everything that we've come up with. Okay, so when Shannon and I bought the van, one of the concerns that we had after doing a lot of research and watching a lot of videos on van builds is the condensation issue. Also, we were concerned with privacy. We wanted to make sure that we had privacy.
And since we bought the van early in the summer, ventilation was a huge factor.
Late spring, early summer, yeah. Yeah, so ventilation was key for us as well to make sure that we had an airflow going through the van. So we did a lot of research, and again, I want to reiterate that Shannon and I are not doing a van build. What we use this van for are for adventures, and we try to make it as comfortable and as safe as possible for us. So this is what we decided on after doing a lot of research. The reflectics that we use are insulated reflectics. We found a lady on Etsy who makes these. They are super nice.
Very nice.
And one of the reasons that we chose this particular style is you put these on the inside in the van,
which we'll show you.
Right, and we'll show that to you. This flips down and you have a screened area to keep your window down to allow air to circulate into the van.
And bugs to stay out.
Exactly. and if you don't want it down, you can put it back up if you want to, but we typically do. We keep it down like this to allow circulation. Even when it's cold outside, we allow circulation in the van.
Yeah, and it's magnetic, so it stays up when you want it and down when you don't.
And anyhow, the Etsy store that we want to tell you about,
Van Venture.
Van Venture, is that correct?
Yes, and I believe you pronounce her name Virginia. If I'm incorrect, I apologize.
Right.
They are actually our neighbors up north. They're in Canada. Mm-hmm. This lady was fantastic to work with. We ordered them when we were getting ready to take off on our maiden voyage. She was certain to get them to us for that voyage, mm-hmm. and we have used them every trip. We've been out, what?
Oh, I don't know how many
couple dozen times camping, and we use them every single time, and we love them. And
they are fantastic. Yes. They stay in place, no issues. And like I said, they're magnetic, and because the van is metal, these work fantastic in the van, so that's something to keep in mind. But anyhow, she is on Etsy. Her store is called VAN Venture. V-A-N-D Venture. Van Venture.
Right, and I'll provide the link.
So if any of you are interested in buying these from her, she's a fantastic Etsy.
Check her out and let her know that we sent you.
Right. But the other thing I just wanted to also mention too is whenever Shannon and I look for things for the van, for ourselves and so forth, we try to go with the small guy. We try to go with the small seller. We know Amazon has everything, and we do use Amazon and other sources, big box stores, but we try really hard to go with the small guy.
Support small business.
This is a support small business right here. All right, so anyhow, Shannon's gonna take you around and show you how quick and easy these are. Okay, so now we're gonna show you how easy these are to get into the window. Shannon's gonna put it up for you. And then you can hear the magnets clicking into place. Yeah, you kind of maneuver it around, cover it up. All right, then the top flips down, like we showed you earlier. Yeah, and there's your screen. Then you just let the window down as much as you like for it to be down. And then the other thing that this works great for is your shore power. You can let the window down just enough to bring your electric cord, your extension cord through the window right there, and Shannon will she pulls the corner down, we pull the cord through, and then we have power, like if we're staying in a campground that has electric, then we do utilize the electric to keep things charged, and when we run the heater and so forth. And then, as you can see on the outside, you can't see through it, and this has an insulation value as well to it, so it also acts as insulation and it also helps to keep the condensation down in the van.
Because of the airflow.
Right,
You get
because
a
of the
cross
airflow. Yeah, so we do this on both sides of the van, on the passenger and the driver door. So we do have cross ventilation going in the van at all times. So one of the issues that we found with this, having the windows down, is if it rains, because we don't have the rain guards over the windows yet. We haven't invested in those yet. So Shannon came up with a way to fix this, and I'm going to turn you around and show it to you. Okay, as you can see, it's simply a piece of contractor bag.
We have one cut for each side.
Yeah, she cut one for each side of the van. She puts it in the door, and then when it's raining,
it folds over. She's a magnet.
Right. Right. So then the water,
right,
if you can see,
right, you can adjust
here's
it down.
the screen right here.
Right.
Here's the screen.
And so you can have the window down easily, what, 3 inches, 4 inches?
Yeah.
And you still get your ventilation.
And water does not get inside of the van.
Right.
So that was our solution, because we don't have the rain guards yet. Okay, so anyhow, again, this is the passenger and driver window van covers that we have. Again, you can see this one also folds down. The easy, great, wonderful thing about these is, as well, is when we are storing them and we're not using them, because they're magnetic,
because we still have the metal exposed.
There you go.
Yep.
The other thing I wanted to mention as well is we did look at the possibility of me making all of the covers that we have for the van. And in the long run, as far as the time that it would take to make them right and have them be as effective as we wanted them to be, it really was not cost effective to me. I mean, here's a lady who does a fantastic job.
Knows what she's doing.
Knows what she's doing. I didn't have the time to do it. So as far as I was concerned, the cost of these was well worth the investment. And that's kind of how we look at it, as an investment. So anyhow, I wanted to mention that to you. Okay, so some of the other things that we do to help with the condensation and the airflow in the van, especially for condensation, is we use these damp rid bags. You can get these, yeah, there's always one of these in Fran.
Yeah.
And we find somewhere to hang it up in there, and you never notice it. But this will fill up with all of the condensation that's in the van, and they work, I mean, fantastic. Yep. We've been so impressed with how well they
use them,
pull the moisture out of the air.
We actually started using them in the hot weather. Karen thought that maybe it would help pull some of the humidity out of the air, and they do. They also work now that the weather is changing and the cold, and with us being in there breathing. Yeah, these things.
Yeah, they're priceless to us.
Yes,
so,
yes. Yeah. Simple, easy, inexpensive.
Yeah, yeah. But that along with we make sure that there's air circulating in the van. We make sure that there is the windows are down. Even in the cold weather, we do keep the windows cracked, and even the back door, sometimes we leave that cracked open, which helps out a lot. We might lose a little bit of heat, but it's well worth it to us to not wake up and everything be soaking wet. We have yet to run into that.
Right.
We have camped in 98% humidity. We have camped in pouring down storms and rain, and not once have we had an issue with water on anything. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching, and we hope that by sharing what we have come up with on the passenger and the driver's side, that might be helpful for you in making a decision on, you know, what you might be able to do to help yourself. We hope you'll go visit Van Ventures. Thank you, Van Ventures, for producing such a fantastic product. We really, really love the product and wanted to share it and pay that forward.
Made our life easier.
Yes. We will be coming up with another video on some other areas in the van, the windshield and the back windows, and some other things that we have come up with to help us out. And we'll be doing that in a separate video. We wanted to do this one by itself because we really wanted to share about the lady that we found on Etsy. And again, we aren't making any money off of this. We just really wanted to pay it forward for her. And again, Shannon and I are not experts. This is what we have found that works for us. So,
trial and error.
Trial and error, and we're just sharing with you because we We did so much research trying to find something to help us out with different things in the van, and it's always helpful when we find something. It's like, yes, that's it, or you know. So if this helps anybody, yay, we say fantastic. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.